What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to some Football Manager. We are with Arsenal again today, and yeah, we're going to be going through the rest of these friendlies. Of course, I'm not playing the friendlies now. I've been reading the comments again from the first video. A few people, the people get very hostile, man. Like genuinely hostile about stuff that's just largely irrelevant. Ultimately, this is a game. Yes, I'm not the best at this game because I haven't played it for such a long time. Sanchez, Welbeck, and Gaetan picking up a goal, lovely. But people in the comment section, they just get so hostile. It's just crazy to see. For example, I'm gonna read you guys a comment, and it says, wait, where did the comment go? It says, go on the fucking training page and do that shit. Otherwise, you'll keep failing. You're so shit at this game. And what do you mean on what? Oh, well, okay. I don't care if you consider his future at the club. Yeah, like I'm openly not great at this game. I mention it every video. So if you want someone who is a Football Manager expert and who is literally going to blow your socks off with crazy training, crazy tactics, and incredible youth setups and programs and all that sort of business, you're not going to get it here just yet. That's not to say you'll never get it here, just not yet. Like I need some time. In previous saves that I did or like games that I played, I thought the assistant manager was controlling the whole tactics. Turns out they was only controlling the general tactics, but now, as you can see, they are taking care of everything, my assistant manager. The reason why I don't want to do it yet, and I've said this in the first episode, I've said it in previous episodes, is because I want to get to grips with the rest of the game before taking on something as huge as training. So yeah, it's just kind of for me a little bit pointless to do such, just because I don't want to like bite off more than I can chew and end up being confused and frustrated and ultimately unhappy with the game. I want this series to last as long as possible. Um, I'm just gonna do the top one. I don't even know why I clicked there. Yeah, I want to. Wow, we got Man City and then Man City again. That's crazy. I want this to be a long save, a long running save that's successful alongside the Real London save, and yeah. So I don't really know what else to say. Okay, so in terms of the team, what you guys suggested as well was that I do need a new DM, which I don't personally think I do because I don't play. Even though I play with a defensive-minded midfielder, a central midfielder defending, I don't play with a DM. So for me, Matthew Flamini and Mikel Arteta are enough. Even though they're not like overly fantastic, they're not needed per se. They're only needed realistically when I need to change formation or it within the game kind of thing. Let's bring on Podolski. No, let's leave Cazorla on there actually. Other than that, I do need a world-class centre back. I do need to sign a centre back before the transfer window is out. So let's have a look at who we've got there. Stephen Corker, Phil Jones, Inigo. I don't know why I called him Ignacio in the last episode. So Stephen Corker looks like the best option as a decent backup centre back. He's only 22. He's got potentially 5-star potential. He's only 9 million. I guess we could declare interest for transfer and see if we can't get him on the team. As for the squad, I'm happy with the squad. I'm happy with the tactics. I'm hoping we can go on here and win this Charity Shield against Man City. Although, not really fussed if we don't. It's only the Charity Shield. It doesn't really bother me too much. So we're going to be playing 3 games this episode. As you guys know, it's going to be 3 games per episode. Let's give them an assertive. You deserve to win the trophy and expect you to win it. So Mesut Ozil seems motivated. Right, let's have a look. Is my game how I want it to be? Let's lower that down between highlights and during highlights. Let's lower it down a little bit. And yeah, wait, is this 2D pitch? God, we're not looking at the 2D pitch. We want the elevated. Is that what we're looking at? Yeah, elevated is good for me. If you guys prefer a specific camera, let me know. But the elevated camera is there, and here we go, guys. We are underway. Arsenal against Manchester City. We're playing a controlling style of football, so who knows if that's going to work for us against a team such as Man City. So far, it looks okay. We get the first highlight, and Szczesny pumps the ball upfield. Ozil gets underneath it. Ramsey in there with a big header, but it looks like it's going to be a Man City attack here. Aguero drives at the defence. Wow, he's got, look at that. What, they're not even trying. Okay, so there is, I thought I had these turned off because I don't like these. I turn them off. Okay, I don't feel the need to use them. They might be helpful, but for me it just clutters it, and it kind of like gets in the way, and I'm like, oh, he's telling me to do stuff, but because the game moves so quick, you don't really have time to do anything. But by looks of things, Man City are actually destroying us as well. They've had far more possession. They've had all the chances, and I think this control style of football isn't what's working for us. So let's turn it down a little bit. Aguero here, he's got James Milner. David Silva here. David Silva's got a bit of a space there, takes a long shot. I suppose even though they have had a lot of shots, they have been long shots, so it's not too much of a problem. I'm just hopefully we can hit them on the counter. The fact that we're under so much pressure, but here comes a corner. Corner whipped in. There's Yaya Toure, and that is a goal for Man City, and that is not a good start for us. Two shots only, none on target, although we've got a corner of our own here. Ozil whips that in. And that's going nowhere. Jack Wilshere can pick that loose ball up. Please don't give it away in midfield here, Jack. He gives it to Debuchy, right in Debuchy, and Koscielny picks up the loose ball. Debuchy and Koscielny, I feel like the chance is gone now that we're going to get hit on the counter. Although Debuchy makes it run around the right-hand side, crosses it in. Joe Hart easily picks it up, and yeah, it looks like it's going to be a counter-attack. David Silva into Sergio Aguero. Sergio Aguero, damn, he's destroying my defence. That was a great shot on just wide, and Man City are absolutely in control of this game right now. Although we have another corner here. Cazorla whips this one in. It's going to come back to Santi Cazorla. He goes past the defender. We've got Kieran Gibbs 40 yards out. Decides not to have a shot. Runs it down the left wing. He whips that one in. Joe Hart, easy save again. Easy stuff for Joe Hart. We're making it very easy. We have got back into the game a little bit in terms of possession since going into counter. But we're not really creating enough chances. And David Silva here, surely that went out of play. As just, oh my God, that nearly went in. Hit the keeper, hit the post, hit the keeper, went out of play. And David Silva somehow is offside from a corner. So we go into the halftime and we're not doing too great. So you guys said to me as well, don't use passionate at halftime because it doesn't work. So I'm going to give them an aggressive. I expect to see more, much better in the second half. And everyone looks fired up from that. So that's pretty damn sweet. I'm going to bring on Gaetan for Santi Cazorla. Who's playing well, who's playing bad. Everyone's playing okay. Danny Welbeck, not too great. I'm going to bring on Lucas Podolski for Danny Welbeck as well in the second half. And we're going to see if we can change things around. Like, not that I've actually changed anything tactically. It's kind of, like, I know I should be changing something tactically. And I know you guys are probably sitting there thinking, why the fuck hasn't he done this? And why the fuck hasn't he done that? And the reason why I don't want to change anything tactically is because I actually worry that by changing something, it's going to cause even more problems and cause us to lose even more embarrassingly than we may already have done. But another corner comes in. They've hit me with that near post corner 2 times in a row. That was one of the biggest problems I had at Southampton as well. I conceded most of my goals from set pieces, and it was very frustrating. So I do know, with that you have to do set piece training. But like I said, I don't control the training right now. But here's Podolski. He's top of the box. He beats a defender. He drives it hard. Joe Hart saves it. Man City have had 25 shots. However, 15 of those have been long shots. Oh my God. Gibbs, you God. Thank God for that. Aguero could have really caused us more problems there. But now with 10 minutes left, we're going to have to go attacking and see if we can get back into this game. 5 minutes to go. Joe Hart plays it. Easy stuff for Man City here, really. They've kind of walked this game. I didn't really make it too difficult for them. They might even score a third here. Edin Dzeko into Toure. Toure and Aguero both on slight injuries. David Silva into Sanya. Sanya whips it across. There is Dzeko. What a save, though. And Arsenal could counter here. We've got Gaetan. Oh, wow, that wasn't even a highlight. Thought Gaetan down the left-hand side there could have possibly done something. We've got 10 seconds of the game left. Turns out we lose the Charity Shield. Not the best start. I actually was reading some stuff about Football Manager, and it seems like 4-4-2 is a good formation for this. I'm not happy with that. Yeah, 4-4-2 is apparently a really good formation in Football Manager. That being said, I do want to persevere with what I'm doing here because I do feel like I like this formation and it works well for me. I don't really pay attention to those at all. Right, let's auto select the team, make sure everyone is in there. Alex isn't in there, but of course he's under 21, so it doesn't make any difference. And yeah, we've got Man City again. Hopefully we're at home and not away. Right, captain Arteta and Mertesacker are fine for me. We are at home to Man City in the next game, so we've got a week's time. Joel Campbell wants to leave. I don't want him to leave. Like, oh, he's set to stay. Of course he's set to stay because he knows full well that as a 22-year-old with a lot of growing to do, no matter where he goes, he's not really going to be playing superstar football. So yeah, there's always that. We have got an injury to Nacho Monreal. We'll bring on Olivier Giroud to the bench. The team is so solid. Like, I really like the look of the team. They just need to perform for me like they were in my other save, and that would be stunning. But obviously, it's not always that easy. Because if it were just that easy, everyone would be the best football manager in the world, and that would make the game fucking boring. Whilst I prefer to win, I don't always just want to win every single game because it would just get boring. I don't know. Would it get boring winning every game? When I win every game on FIFA, I like it, and if I lose, I hate it. So maybe it wouldn't. Arsenal have been handed a tough opening day assignment. We have to play them eventually. Is there a team that you consider to be pushing? Oh, I just picked us. Most pundits suggest that Jack Wilshere's performance will be a key factor. Yeah, he will be big. Do you have a clear in mind that you preferred your first 11? Why do they ask such dumb questions? Do you think Arsenal can get? Yes, I do think we can get off to a winning start. They literally ask questions that aren't even relevant. I wonder if this is like I don't really watch press conferences like for real life football because sometimes I watch the questioning after the game, like in the tunnel. But typically I don't really watch press conferences and stuff like that. Do they really ask questions like? You've got a player out there and he's brand new to the team. He probably would want to have a massive impact in the team. How do you feel he's going to do? I don't know how he's going to do. That's what, we'll have to wait and see. Like, let's watch the game. Let's see how it happens and we'll see what happens. But anyway, we get into the game, guys, and we've got a chance here. Aaron Ramsey picks up the loose ball there. Kieran gives into Santi. Santi whips it across. There is Danny Welbeck. Danny Welbeck smacks that one into the back of the net. And just 4 minutes into his Premiership season, Welbeck is off the mark. And this is very, very different style of game than to what was happening in the Community Shield. Probably the same two teams as well. Just the fact that we're at home now gives us that little bit more creative freedom. However, City are back in the game straight away. Edin Dzeko, after 13 minutes, putting away, I think, Zavaletta's cross there. No problem at all. We go to 1-1. But at least we scored, and it looks like things are actually going to carry on the way they did before. Look at that. Like 2 games in, we've conceded from 3 corners. And look at the stats already. 23 minutes in, City have had 8 shots, 4 on target. Like, what do we do there? Do we close them down? Let's not play a higher tempo. Let's close down much more and just try and stop them from getting the ball, I guess. Let's not run at defence. Shorter passing, retain possession. Because I do want the possession. That's what, I want to play possession football, passing it, keeping it. Maybe for that we need a lower tempo, not a higher tempo. Close down much more. Let's just, let's not go for control either. Let's go for standard. And, yeah, I think, for Arsenal, fluid should be an acceptable setting. But here we go. Gibbs into Cazorla. Back to Gibbs. We've got Aaron Ramsey on the ball. Steps aside the defender. Mesut Ozil into Debussy. Right in the Debussy. And here he goes. What's he going to do? He's in the edge of the box. Is that a foul, ref? What is he doing? What is going on here, guys? This is outrageous. There is Danny Welbeck. He bags a second goal. I thought he might have been offside for a second there, but the linesman doesn't raise his flag. Welbeck, 2 shots, 2 goals, and Arsenal are back into the game. So good times. Maybe that tactical change was the difference. Maybe closing them down a bit more was the difference. But here we go. Cazorla whips that one in. There's Sanchez at the far post. It's going to fall back to Cazorla. He's on the edge of the box. Plays it into Mesut Ozil on his right foot. Puts an absolute banger into the top right of the corner. And Joe Hart has no chance of saving that. And we go from 1-0 up to 2-1 down to 3-2 up. And I am very, very happy with that result so far. So you've played well so far, but there's still room for improvement. And there is, because, we've conceded goals. But those tactical changes, they seem to have done the job. You know, we've steadied the possession. We're not conceding as many chances. We're having a lot more pressure and a lot more attacking opportunities ourselves. And it seems to have done the job. Now, as long as we can kind of keep this momentum up and not concede right here to a right back. Oh, that is nice. Dzeko did keep it in. Nasri can't do anything with it. And they're going to have a corner. Like, we need to fix our defensive set pieces. Like, they're atrocious. Like, 3 goals we've conceded from corners already in this season, and we're only into the second game, like 1.5 games. So basically a goal and a half we concede to a set piece, which is really bad. But this attack isn't over yet. Dzeko there into Jovetic. What a finish from Jovetic. Goes to 3-3, and just straight after the restart, Man City pulled themselves back into the game. And this one is on a nice edge. It could go either way. We're going to have another highlight here. Joe Hart plays it into Demichelis. Milner, Toure, Dzeko, lovely play from Koscielny getting in there, and it goes to Danny Welbeck. And Sanchez hasn't really done much, but here he is on the ball. He's got a chance, and that's a good tackle from Kolarov, and he plays that long. Dzeko here, he's got no one there. I mean, we can't really get countered, which was pretty good. But Santi Cazorla isn't really, sorry, not Santi Cazorla. Oh wow, we've actually scored from a corner, guys. How about that? Ball flicked on at the near post from Permert. Koscielny at the far post does the business, and there we go. So we're going to bring off Cazorla again for Gaetan. I should have actually started Gaetan, really. Wait, no. Don't do that. He's playing at an 8.6. We're going to bring off Alexis Sanchez. And I was going to say, Sanchez isn't playing as well as he should be. I feel like he should be doing a hell of a lot better than he is. But obviously, he's not having a good game. So we're going to bring off him. We're going to bring off Aaron Ramsey. Probably because Ramsey is playing defensively and he's not a defender. And we're going to bring on Arteta to kind of shore up that midfield a little bit and make sure we hold on to this 4-3 lead. You know, we've turned this game around several times. I feel like my tactical changes did a very good job. We've got the possession, we've got the chances. You know, we've got the goals as well for the want of it. We've got Danny Welbeck here as well, through on goal. He's got the business there. He's absolutely done Demichelis there. But unfortunately, Joe Hart was available to save him with 20 minutes left. I want to go for like a much lower tempo, a much lower tempo. And I want to just drop a little bit deeper, just so we don't get hit on the, you know, I just don't want to get hit on the counter-attack. And I do want to bring Danny Welbeck off if he's injured. And we will bring on, let's bring on Giroud instead of Podolski this time. To see, like, in my other Arsenal save that I was playing for fun, Giroud couldn't fucking hit fuck all. He genuinely could not score. Oh my God. And now we're down to 10 men. That's fantastic. Just when things were going right for us, we're down to 10 men. Another corner. Of course, we concede from a set piece a half. So that's 4 goals in 4 halves now that we've conceded from set pieces. And I can't believe that nobody marks that near post. 3 of the goals we've conceded have simply come from near post. But we've got a chance here. The ball goes in. Oh, it's not going to be a chance, is it? It's just because it's the end of the game and there's 15 seconds left. I thought there was going to be a chance because we had a free kick. But there's 10 seconds left in the game. Dzeko down the right-hand side. Nothing's going to come of this. And I suppose a draw is decent against a City side that is obviously fantastic. But I would have preferred to have held on. Losing, oh wait, maybe this isn't the end. Maybe we've still got a chance. Oh, that was a good ball, but Joe Hart picked it out of the sky. You know, losing Ozil was huge problem. Going down to 10 men. I was quite happy with that. Look at that, Cazorla with 3 assists. Danny Welbeck with 2 goals. Szczesny had a bad game. Like, our defensive set pieces are terrible. Absolutely terrible. So let's give a... yeah, I'm happy. I am happy. Like, we did all right compared to a week ago when we played Man City and got battered. I thought we had a great game there. We got Grasshoppers next in 4 days' time. Ozil was out for 3 goddamn weeks. Danny Welbeck got his first league goal for the club today. It was a great moment. Obviously, you don't like seeing your side concede goals, but surely you will admit that Stefan Jovetic's effort was sensational. Even for a video game, it did look like a great goal. Nasri's dramatic late equaliser must be a real kick in the teeth. It will hurt, but they can take the positives and grow as footballers. Do you think Man City's late goal... Look, they ask about the same shit all the time. That match certainly entertained the fans, but it would be rather more stressful. Yeah, I would rather just move on. Surely there will come a point where the line has to be drawn. It can't be acceptable to see players injured, even if it's not to a serious extent as a result of over-enthusiastic play. I don't like. Again, these are questions. Like, I can imagine them being asked in real life, but more to the point of like, rather the manager offering up the answer rather than the guy, you know, like the guy would say, so, Arsene Wenger, what did you think of today's game? Well, I thought they were fucking harsh in the tackles. There's no need for it. But it doesn't go, by the way, do you think he was pretty harsh in the tackles? Because that puts you on the spot. That forces you to answer either, yeah, he was pretty bad, and maybe you look like a dickhead, or it gives you a, no, it wasn't too bad. And then all of a sudden, your team, other teams, and the refs think that it's okay to throw in leg-breaking challenges. So yeah, I don't know. Santi was good today. Danny was good. Yeah, I mean, overall though, it was a decent enough performance. I was happy. Mesut Ozil being injured is no bueno. But what are you going to do about that, really? So we've got a game against Grasshoppers in 3 or 4 days' time. A 4-4 draw, crazy, absolutely. And again, we've conceded 2 goals in that game to set pieces, and that is very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Who scored there? Balotelli, Ricky Lambert, and see, even when I'm not manager of Southampton, they're getting the fucking dick, guys. They're getting the absolute dick. It's not my fault. It's the game. The game is bad. Pellegrini appreciates Monster's honesty over late goal. It was a goal. It was a goal, that's for sure. But anyways, we can only move on. We haven't lost yet in the BPL, so there's always that. We have got Grasshoppers next. Of course, this is a game we really, really, really should be winning. How's the fitness? Jack Wilshere not the fittest. I want to put Arteta in there and then swap Arteta and Ramsey around. So give Ramsey a bit more creative freedom in the midfield and make sure Arteta is the man that is just backing things up in that defensive. I actually like what I did with the tactics and just slowing the game down. It really did change everything for us, didn't it? Shorter passing, a lower tempo, and close down a bit more. That just seemed to work a bit more for us. It just seemed to suit the style of play. It's just a shame for me that so far Sanchez hasn't really got involved in the game, because he's the one player that I the fact that he's doing really well in real life makes me gravitate towards him in the game and want him to do really well. So it would be nice to see him doing fantastic. But this is a game we must win. If we don't win this, we're in the Europa League rather than the Champions League. And it would be heartbreaking should we lose this. So let's give an aggressive. Yeah, we should be winning this without any problem at all. And Koscielny seems motivated. Well, maybe you can motivate yourself to fucking cover the near post next time. But anyway, here we go. We're at home. Nice. I genuinely expect like a 3 or 4-0 win here, so we can go off to the second leg and not even have to worry about the game and don't concede any goals is kind of the main thing here, I guess. But to start with, it looked like 15 minutes in, and it's been a pretty dead game so far. Typical Arsenal, I guess. But look at that. The first chance looks to be a Grasshoppers chance. Steiger here down the left-hand side whips that in. Koscielny does well. Debuchy plays the ball out to Sanchez. Sanchez loses out to the midfield there. Look at that. He's being absolutely crowded out by the midfielders. But there is a counter opportunity here because they're not really pressing forwards too much. Kieran Gibbs dangerously back to Szczesny. You should never pass it back to your goalkeeper like that. You are asking for trouble. Szczesny pops that one upfield. Gaetan playing at cam today. Plays it in. There's been a mix-up in the defence, guys. And Danny Welbeck picks up his 3rd goal of the season in just 3 games. And Arsenal find themselves 1-0 after a huge mistake from the Grasshoppers defence and keeper. There was a nothing ball. Keeper just needed to claim it. Nothing really happened. And yeah, we got fucking Big Per Mertesacker as well. Comes in for a 2nd goal. And this is exactly what we wanted and exactly what we needed. We started off with a loss. Big problems. We changed a few things around. We end up getting ourselves. Who are we going to put in? Let's put Jack Wilshere in that cam spot. We end up getting ourselves a nice big 4-4 draw against Man City. Probably should have won the game as well. And now we come into Grasshoppers and we find ourselves 3-0 to the good after just 27 minutes. And Santi Cazorla with a free kick. And Alder there, not Adler. Alder really should have saved that. We've had 4 shots, 3 on target, 3 goals. Can't complain about that. You really can't ask for much more than that either. And I think control isn't really what we want. I go back to standard. Debuchy here to Sanchez. Sanchez whips that across. Nothing coming of that. Arteta's dropping back to pick that one up. And we should comfortably see out this game. Really, just holding the possession. We're actually doing good with possession anyway. 58%. One of the better possession stats I've had in Football Manager. But I do want to see Alexis Sanchez getting on the ball a bit more, and Danny Welbeck is there with a wonder strike to make it 4-0, his 4th goal of the season, and Alexis Sanchez finally getting involved a little bit. Lovely cross from the right-hand side, and yeah, like I said, this is a game. This is a game I really I'm very pleased to keep it going. Yeah, it's a game I really did want to win. I really felt we should dominate. And there we are at half-time, 4-0 to the good, which, again, it allows me to just be really creative in the second leg and kind of rest big players and put in players like Joel Campbell, people and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, people that are going to want first-team football starting. It's going to allow me the opportunity to do that for them as well, so which is pretty nice. Welbeck can stay on. And speaking of those guys, let's bring on Joel Campbell. Let's bring off Santi Cazorla, and let's bring on the Ox for his first start of the season, and let's bring him on instead of Mikel Arteta there. I know it's going to be putting him playing a defensive role, but it's not really too much of a problem. Although saying that, there we go. That near post, I don't know what. Like I guess I have to look at training for that, right? Because that's 5 goals we've conceded from the near post corner, and it's crazy. Maybe. Look at that. We've got a chance ourselves. Look at that. We've scored from a corner. That's the 2nd goal from a corner we've scored as well. A corner's just broken. I don't even know. I need to go into the tactics and make sure that near post gets covered, because right now it's not being covered. But we go 5-1 up, guys. Good way to end this episode, I guess. Picking up a big win. Hopefully we can pick up another goal before the end of the game. 5 minutes left. And it would be nice to see Danny Welbeck get his first ever Arsenal hat-trick. And there is going to be a last chance as well. Oxlade-Chamberlain picks up the ball. Koscielny into Debuchy. Debuchy down the right-hand side. He's got options. Ramsey in the middle of the park here. Back to Debuchy. There's 10 seconds left. Ramsey again. Debuchy again. Maybe this game's just going to fizzle out without another chance. Debuchy down the right-hand side. Plays it back into Ramsey. And the referee decides that enough is enough. And that is the end of the game. So, very happy with the victory there. Let's do a. I was impressed with your efforts up front. Thank you very much, guys. So there you go. We pick up a nice big win. Mertesacker, Cazorla, Welbeck, and who got the other goal? Kieran Gibbs with the 5th goal. So big win for us there. So that's pretty decent. Gaetan is out for 2 to 3 days. That's not too bad. I'm going to send the assistant to that. And yeah, very happy. So let's have a look. Let's have a quick look at the tactics and go for set pieces. I want to look at how do you look at defensive set pieces? Defending corners. Look, Kieran Gibbs is the problem here. He should be marking the near post and Debuchy the far post, and they just don't seem to do the job. Let me put Aaron Ramsey as well. Mark the near post. Just to have another person marking the near post, that should solve our issues. Am I right? Like, it should do. Although his marking, jumping, and heading is terrible. Let's not have him marking it. Let's Mertesacker or Koscielny, but I want them in the box because that's what they're there for. So we've got Debuchy marking the far post. Maybe I should put Debuchy on the near post, and Kieran Gibbs on the far post. Just because Debuchy has better heading, jumping, and marking. So if we're conceding to those near post crosses, that's obviously an issue that we've got to resolve. So anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.